But anyway, let's talk about the 5 reasons why I don't save a lot of seed. So starting out with number 1. What's up, Lazy Dog fam? Hope everybody out there is having an awesome day. We're in the greenhouse this morning. Gonna do a little seed starting. Gonna try to get some more peppers going. Gonna try to extract some seeds from these Pueblo chili peppers we had growing earlier this year. Get another round of those planted for fall. Then we're gonna talk about seed saving a little bit. And then we'll go outside the greenhouse. I want to give you an update on a few things we have growing, especially our glass gem corn. So there's not a whole lot going on in the greenhouse right now, but as good old JR used to say, business is about to pick up with a lot of fall planting. We got these polar bear pumpkin transplants here. They're going to be going in the ground in the next day or so. So need to get those out of here. Got a few little small fig trees. My buddy Matthew up in Athens sent us a couple varieties I didn't have. Been kind of babying those a little bit from just, you know, a little bit of stress that they had during the shipping process. Probably going to step those up to some bigger pots pretty soon. I don't know if I'll plant those this year or just keep them in the greenhouse and wait till next spring. Got these chocolate habanero peppers. They're getting close, but I'd like them to be a little bit bigger before I put them in the ground. So those things are just kind of slow to grow right now, just kind of limping along, but hopefully they get big enough to put in the ground pretty soon. And then we've got this perennial spinach right here that I kind of nursed back to life. It's looking really, really good. This stuff's pretty tasty. I looked it up online. It's called Okinawan spinach, and doesn't really like the cold weather, likes the warm weather a lot better, so we may just have to leave this in the greenhouse in this pot. So the first thing we need to do today is get some more of these Pueblo chili peppers started here in the greenhouse. Now, I don't know a whole lot about these except that they're really, really tasty, but a loyal viewer of ours, Mark, sent me seeds for these, I think back last year. I got them planted this spring in the greenhouse. We grew out a few plants of them. He could probably tell you a whole lot more about them, and he's pretty active in the comments on our videos, but I'll tell you what I know. So this is a variety that's native to Colorado, I believe. It's like a culinary staple over there. Also goes by the name Moscow pepper. Anyway, this variety's been in cultivation for 150 years or more. Like I said, it's kind of a culinary staple over there. Really good roasting pepper. I haven't really roasted a whole lot of them. I've just been kind of slicing them up and sauteing them or eating them raw. Either way, they're really good. Got a little bit of heat to them, but definitely not overpowering. Now, I don't have the original seed packet for these anymore, but from what I remember when Mark sent me these seeds, the company on the seed packet was called Farm Direct Seed. So I went on their website earlier to see if this variety was in stock, and it's not in stock on their website. However, I did find another website called Sandia Seed, S-A-N-D-I-A, and it looked like they had the same variety or a very similar variety in stock. So if you do want to try some of these, that Sandia Seed may be the place to go. So these authentic chili peppers start out green like you see here and then ripen to this kind of deep red color. And so what we're going to try to do today, I think I'm going to just use a few of these red ones here, is get some of these seeds out of here. I don't need a whole lot of seeds. We're going to plant a little tray of these, so hopefully we can grow some more for fall. So I'm not going to be too delicate with this, because like I said, I don't need a whole lot of seeds. I'm just going to cut the top off these and see if I can get some of these seeds out of here. Might be enough just from one pepper here. We'll save that. That'll be good with some eggs or an omelet later. Get that membrane out of there. Maybe we'll do one more here. Alright, and that should be enough right there. Okay, now we got us some seeds to work with there. Let's go ahead and get some Pro Mix in this little tray here. Not going to use a big tray since we don't need a whole lot of these pepper plants here. Might not quite be enough there. Get all these cells full. Stuff right here is really dry. We're going to have to soak it down good before we plant. There we go. Give it a good little soaking. Now if you've had your bag of seed starting mix for a while like I have, it can get pretty dry, and it can almost be kind of hydrophobic in the beginning, like it doesn't want to absorb water. So you have to wet it down, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 times to get it to really start soaking in water. Once it starts soaking it in, though, it will start absorbing water pretty good. Just may take a little bit of time to get it back used to holding water. So let's go ahead and make some indentions here for our little pepper seeds. And we'll just start putting seeds in the hole. I think I may put 2 seeds per hole since I got plenty of seeds here. That way we can kind of ensure we get a nice full tray. If I get more than 2 seeds, not a big deal. Then we'll just top these babies off with a little perlite. Just lightly cover those seeds there. And then we'll water it in. So hopefully those will germinate well for us. We can get some of those in the garden, have some of those good peppers producing in the fall months. I might even take a couple of those plants and put them in pots and leave them here in the greenhouse. See if we can just grow them throughout the entire winter. Have some nice pepper production in here as well. So now let's talk a little bit more about saving seeds. So we get a decent amount of comments from time to time asking why we don't talk about seed saving that much, why we don't seem to save a lot of seeds. And so I kind of want to break that down for you and explain to you why I'm not a big seed saver. And before we get into this, let me just say we do save some seeds. We don't save a lot of seeds. If it's a rare variety that you really can't find anywhere else, we will save the seeds. Or if it's a variety that maybe a viewer sent us that they're trying to kind of get back going, get in hands of more people, we will save some seeds. But for the most part, we don't save a lot of seeds. Now, people that save a lot of seeds might do so for different reasons. Some people save seeds to save money. So, they're saving seeds so they don't have to buy seeds every year. They might save seeds because they have some of these, rare varieties that you really can't find online or in stores. And that's their way of keeping these varieties going. And then some people save seeds so they can try to kind of locally acclimate a particular strain or variety to their growing area. Now, I think there are a lot of misconceptions out there about that. It takes quite a few generations to achieve any kind of local adaptation. It can be done, but it's not happening in 1 or 2 generations. It takes quite a few generations for that to happen. But if you're persistent, you can certainly achieve that. But anyway, let's talk about the 5 reasons why I don't save a lot of seeds. So starting out with number 1, I grow a lot of hybrids. And if you know anything about genetics, you know that if you replant a hybrid or save seeds from a hybrid and plant it, you're not guaranteed to get a plant that was true to the parent. Now, I grow a lot of hybrids for several different reasons. One being the disease resistance, which we certainly need down here in South Georgia in our hot and humid climate. I like the production of the hybrids. I also like the consistency of the fruit. We talked about that a little bit when we were reviewing our spring watermelon grow out. The hybrid varieties we grew had a lot more consistent fruit size to them. They kind of all look the same, whereas some of the heirloom varieties were all over the place. So since we do grow a lot of hybrids, we're not necessarily able to save seeds from a lot of the things we grow. The second reason I don't do a lot of seed saving is I really don't enjoy it that much. I don't mind it for larger seeds, but for the really small seeds like flower seeds or like tomato seeds, I just find it to be kind of nitpicky, and I personally don't enjoy it that much. If you enjoy it, go for it. I'm not trying to dissuade anybody from seed saving. I'm just explaining to you why I don't, do as much of it as maybe other people do. Now, maybe this is just the millennial in me, but I don't find saving really tiny seeds like that whole meticulous process to be a very valuable use of my time. If I'm doing something like that, I'm thinking of all these other things that I got to be doing. If you enjoy the craft of it, then that's great. And I appreciate people who do save seeds and keep some of these older varieties going, but it's just not for me. And the third reason I don't really save a lot of seeds is because seeds are relatively cheap. If you think about the amount of produce you get from a little seed packet, whether it be a $2, $3, $4 seed packet, seeds are pretty cheap for what you're actually getting in return. So take, for instance, like a pack of, say, German Johnson heirloom tomato seeds. I can go online and buy a pack of those for $2. Now, how much time would it take me to save some of those tomato seeds from year to year? It would probably take me more than $2 of my time to do that. So since some of these seeds are so cheap, in my opinion, it's just better for me to just buy them every year, assuming they're readily available. Which leads me to my fourth reason why I don't really save seeds, and that's because there's plenty of seeds out there. There's no real shortage of seeds from what I've seen. Now, I know a lot of people got scared in 2020 when a lot of online vendors seemed to be running out of seeds, and everybody thought there was a seed shortage. In actuality, it wasn't really a seed shortage. It was more just the issue of companies not being able to keep things packed. They were just receiving so many orders, you know, at one time, that they just weren't able to keep up with the demand. But there was still plenty of seeds out there. It was just a matter of getting them packed and getting them to the end consumer. So from my seed buying experience in the past, the big wholesale seed suppliers that supply most of the online retail companies, they got warehouses full of seed, plenty of seed, and, you know, running out's not really an issue for most things. And the number 5 reason I don't really save a lot of seeds, and you may have figured this out if you've been watching the channel for a while, I'm not really a prepper type, so I'm not worried about the hitting the fan anytime soon. I'm not worried about the world coming to an end or the government collapsing or everything just going crazy, so I'm not stockpiling a lot of seeds in case something like that happens. I kind of just live my life day to day, worry about what I got to do, what my wife and kids have to do, and don't worry about a whole lot of the outside stuff going on around me. So to come full circle on that, I'll say this, you know, saving seeds is not a huge priority for me right now at this point in my life. I do save some stuff, but I'm not trying to save every single open pollinated variety we grow, because, you know, I can easily purchase those online. I'm 37 years old. I have marketing business, and I have this channel, obviously, which takes up a lot of time. Got kids, got a busy life going on. So at this point in my life, it's not a priority for me to take the time and just, you know, replant a lot of the seeds I grow. I'd rather just go online and buy a pack of seeds. But, you know, if you're retired and you got plenty of time, you enjoy it, go for it, save away. I'm glad we have people out there that enjoy saving seeds, know how to save seeds, and take the time to save seeds to keep some of these older varieties going. We definitely need those people in the world, and I might be one of those people in 20 years, but right now just don't have the time to devote to a whole lot of seed saving. Now, hopefully not to contradict myself too much here after I just told you why we don't save a lot of seeds, I do want to give you an update on a couple grow outs we have going right now where we're growing plants so that we can save some seeds for a few particular varieties. So right here we've got 3 rows of that Ruiz okree variety we grew last year, saved some seeds. Got a bunch of it planted here, so should be able to save a bunch more seeds from it this year. Those plants are up, looking pretty good. I had to put the overhead sprinkler on them yesterday, give them some good water. It's kind of dried out here a little bit, but all the plants are looking good. I planted them thick and came in here and thinned them out of one plant every 8 or 12 inches or so. But I'm hoping we get some nice early production on those, maybe in another month or so. Now, speaking of okree and saving seed, we've had a lot of you asking about that dwarf cowhorn or dwarf longhorn okree variety that we showed when we visited Cajun Bee's place in Louisiana a few videos ago. A lot of people have been asking where they can find that seed. Now, I haven't been able to find anywhere online that carries that particular variety. Seems to be a pretty rare variety, although it's a really good variety. So I talked to Cajun Bee earlier this morning. He's got a lot of it growing. If you saw that video, 3 or 4 long rows of it. And so he's going to save me a good bit of seed from his grow out this year, and I'll get that from him later on this year, maybe in the fall, and then we'll make it, you know, we'll package it in smaller packets and hopefully make it available on our website the following year. So, you know, winter, spring of 2023, we should have some of that. If everything goes to plan, should have some of that on our website so everybody can give that variety a try. And lastly, I want to give you guys an update on our glass gem corn here. So much like the Ruiz okree, this is something else where we planted our own seed from our grow out last year. Now this is not dry enough to harvest yet. It's getting close, not quite dry enough, but the kernels are starting to show some really nice pretty colors, so I want to show you a few of those ears. So just by looking at the stalks here, you can see they've still got a little ways to go before the stalks are completely dry. A lot of the ears are dry, but some of the ears, the husk on them, still a little green there. And what we're waiting to see, or what we're waiting to happen here, is for the stalks to all look completely brown and waiting on those ears to fall over there. So we don't want to be up right there, we want them to fall down, and that tells us they're dry enough to harvest. And the worms got after these ears a little bit just because it was so thick in here and so tall. I wasn't able to spray it with spinosad, but I didn't worry about it a whole lot because I knew once these kernels hardened up a little bit, the worms wouldn't be able to eat them. So they just kind of nibbled on the top of these ears. But the rest of the kernels look pretty good. You can see this ear here. This is not the most colorful ear we'll find, but we got some nice, you know, variety of colors on that one. You can see at the top there where the worms kind of ate away at it, but still got a decent amount of kernels on that little ear right there. Here's another one I just pulled back. And what's so neat about this is no two ears are the same. So this one has a few yellow kernels on it, but this is mostly kind of white, light blue, and almost violet colored kernels there. Nice, pretty looking ear of corn. Then I'll show you one more here. So this one here has a lot darker coloration on it. See, there's some white kernels, more kind of dark purple, pink. I really like the pattern on that one. And that's what's going to be so fun about harvesting all of these. We get all these different looking ears, all these different patterns. So whenever this stuff here does eventually get dry enough to harvest, we'll be sure to take you guys along for the ride, show you all the cool, you know, variations and color patterns that we're getting on these ears. The kids really like getting out here and harvesting this stuff because it does look so neat. Although, I think because it got so tall this year, mainly I think because of all that chicken manure we had down there, some of these ears are going to be out of their reach, but there still should be plenty that they can grab, and I'll just have to get the ones that are higher up. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Hope you enjoyed that discussion on seed saving, and let me know in the comments below kind of what's your take on seed saving. Are you a hardcore seed saver? You save seed from every single thing you grow so you don't ever have to buy seeds? Are you kind of in the middle? Maybe you save seeds from a few things but you buy the rest of your seeds, or you're not a seed saver at all. You'd rather just go online, go to the store, buy a packet of seeds, plant it, be done with it. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to check out our affiliate links below. A lot of great companies that we use in our gardens here at Lazy Dog Farm. Even got some coupon codes for some of those companies so you can take advantage of those discounts. Be sure to go check out our website, lazydogfarm.com, where we've got hats, shirts, recipes, our blog, recommended products, all kind of good stuff over there. If you did enjoy the video, please subscribe, hit that notification button, like and share, and we'll see you next time right here at Lazy Dog Farm.
Oh, farewell, by the beauty of your life.